Today, we're diving into an idea that feels like it's pulled straight from science fiction, something that could change everything we know about life and death. We're talking about mind uploading. But seriously, just stop and think about that for a second. What if the one thing we all accept as the absolute end wasn't? What if everything that makes you, your thoughts, your memories, your consciousness, could just keep on going long after your body is gone?
Now, this isn't just some late-night dorm room debate. This is a real technological goal that some very smart people are working towards. So let's break down the basic idea.
At its heart, the concept is taking that unbelievably complex web of neurons, that unique pattern of memories and personality that is you, and just lifting it out of your fragile biological brain and placing it into a digital home. Sounds simple, right? But actually doing it, that's a whole other story.
Okay, so how on earth would we even begin to tackle something so massive? Well, the big thinkers in this space have basically mapped out two main paths we could take. The official term, as you might guess, is mind uploading. It's exactly what it sounds like, moving a mind from our brain to a computer. But the how is where things get really, really interesting and kind of spooky.
So you've got two main schools of thought here. First, there's the gradual approach. Think of it like the old ship of Theseus paradox. You swap out one plank at a time. Here, you'd replace one neuron at a time with a synthetic one until the whole brain is artificial. The other way is more direct. You scan the whole thing, down to the last atom, and then just hit run on a computer simulation. One is a slow, steady transition. The other, well, it's a transfer. Or maybe it's just a copy.
And this is where it gets really weird, especially with that gradual method. Let's make this personal. Imagine, next month, 1% of your neurons are replaced with tiny silicon circuits that do the exact same thing. You'd feel the same? Are you still you? Yeah, of course. Okay, another percent the next month. Still you. You fast forward, and eventually, you're 100% silicon, but with all your memories, all your feelings, totally intact. The big question is, at what point in that process did the original you die and get replaced? Or did you? It's a really unsettling thought.
Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds like it's centuries away, but you might be surprised. The foundational pieces for this future, they're actually being put into place right now. And I mean it. This isn't just theory anymore. Look at the timeline. We've already gone from simulating a tiny slice of a mouse brain to Neuralink putting its first computer chip into a human brain. We're even seeing these early kind of primitive AI ghosts with chatbots that can learn your personality and memories. This is exactly why a futurist like Ray Kurzweil is making these wild predictions, that we could hit some form of digital immortality as soon as 2030.
So why? Why are we chasing this so hard? Well, because the potential payoff is just absolutely massive.
The big one, obviously, is beating death for good. But think bigger. Imagine preserving the minds of our greatest scientists, artists, and leaders forever. Imagine being able to talk to a version of your grandparents long after they're gone. Or what about exploring the stars, not in a fragile human body, but as a being of pure energy that can travel for millennia? The possibilities are just insane to think about.
Okay, but for every one of those incredible utopian dreams, there is a dark, terrifying flip side. And the biggest one, it cuts right to the very core of this whole idea. And you know, a user on Reddit, Consistent Customer 37, just put it perfectly. When you copy a file on your computer, you don't move it, you duplicate it. The original is still there. So what if you upload your mind? Are you actually moving your consciousness? Or are you just creating a perfect digital clone of yourself, leaving the original you behind to, well, to die?
And if that doesn't freak you out, listen to what philosopher Susan Schneider has to say. She puts it even more bluntly. She argues that for the person actually being uploaded, the experience is just death. Your consciousness doesn't go anywhere. To everyone else, your friends, your family, it looks like you did it. You survived. But for you, the lights just go out. End of story.
And man, this just opens up a whole Pandora's box of nightmares. I mean, besides the personal terror of being replaced by a copy, think about the huge societal questions. Who owns your digital mind? A corporation? The government? Can it be hacked or sold or just deleted? Will this technology just create a new class of super rich, immortal elites? And maybe the scariest question of all, what if we get it wrong? What if we create a perfect simulation that looks and talks like a person, but inside there's nothing? No real consciousness, just a hollow puppet, a philosophical zombie.
So after all of that, the technology, the hopes, the absolute terror, this entire debate really just boils down to one final, deeply personal paradox.
It all hangs on this very subtle but absolutely critical philosophical idea: the difference between being a perfect copy and being the one and only original.
So, qualitatively identical means it's a perfect duplicate in every single way you can measure. It has all your qualities, all your memories. It even feels like it's you. But numerically identical means it's the one and only you. Think of it this way. Two brand new cars rolling off the assembly line can be qualitatively identical, but they're not the same single car. An upload could be a perfect qualitative copy, but is it numerically you?
So let's bring this all home. Let's say we do it. The technology is perfect. A digital being wakes up in a computer. It remembers your first kiss. It loves your parents. It's afraid of spiders. For all intents and purposes, it is you.
But the question remains, and it might just be the most important one we ever have to face. Is it really